Why, hello, hello. If you watch this later, thank you for watching. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't you hate when you take a hair tie out and you got hair that's broken off in inside? Is that hair supposed to be gone or did I just mess it up? Oh man. So anyway, how are you? How are you? Come on in. If you watch this later, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you thank you, Court. How are you? If you're watching it now, hey, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hi, Aliana. Thank you. Thank you. So we're gonna hang out for a while. Oh no. Yeah. So I'm just kind of chilling today. You know, people are like, what are you doing for your birthday? Nothing. Hey, Friedman, thank you so much. Thank you. People ask me, what am I doing for my birthday? Not a lot. Thank you, Dion. It wasn't like I was like, oh my God, I got all these plans. I just been kind of chilling. Nothing major. Nothing major. There was a city rhythm event yesterday. I didn't even feel like getting up and getting ready to go to it, so I didn't go. I'm just like, yeah. Thank you, Carisha. Hey, Anisha, how are you? How are you? So we're here just hanging out for my birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is like my virtual birthday party. Let's call it that. Noel, thank you. So this is my virtual birthday party. If YouTube wouldn't catch me up, I would play music. The whole thing with the copyright infringements and stuff is quite annoying sometimes. Because we could be playing music, having a party situation, but no, they got to be tripping. They got to be tripping. Y'all, I have hit a storage wall. I officially feel like I'm a little bit over. I think I'm gonna have to like change up how I do things. I think my carousels are gonna have to not just. I don't know how I'm gonna do this now. Some Frankie Beverly. What did I just do? What's going? Oh Lord, they doing all kind of stuff now, y'all. So normally I could just pop your name and it comes across the stage. Right now, if I hit you, then it has these things that I can do. I don't need all that. I don't think if I would play if I was playing birthday music, I would play a little Stevie Wonder. I don't know what copyright free is. See, now they're gonna make me do all this. See, this is what's so annoying. Okay, I can't take it off like that. I wouldn't even know what copyright free is. I would not know it. And the majority of stuff is not copyright free anyway. I mean, to play copyright free, I be playing the stuff like I have to use for videos and stuff. I did have a nice birthday. I just kind of chilled. Haven't done anything, I haven't been like in the streets or anything. I'm just kind of like, but can I say this? Let me say this. This is supposed to be my off weekend, yet it didn't feel like it. Because like yesterday, I wound up with the kids all morning because all of a sudden they had a whole bunch of stuff to do. They had appointments that they had made. So I was babysitting until about noon. Then today, Brandon had to do some stuff. And then I wound up hanging out with them until about 1. Hi, Rosalie. And I really didn't get some stuff done I was trying to get done because my son came over, DJ came over, which was fine, but let me tell y'all what happened. Are y'all ready? So somebody exactly, I had them Friday too. You see y'all see what I'm saying? Hey, Drea, thank you. Thank you, Rosalie. So anyway, I have a hair goal now. I know how long I want my hair to be, how I want it to look. So I'm gonna be working on my hair goal. So I didn't get to do everything I was trying to do, but that's okay. That's okay. I got a lot done. However, I did go out in the yard. I did some stuff in the yard, so that's always good. Um, and I'm making some plans for that. Now, the thing is, is that this is like 58. Okay, well, congratulations for passing your driver's test. Um, it's one of those years, it's not like a milestone year, but it's a year nevertheless. But let me tell you, I wound up going for a solo breakfast this morning. It was unintentional, but it just happened because I wanted breakfast from this one place. I wanted this brisket hash, and I want this brisket hash, right? And so I went to B was going to her exercise class. She had the time wrong, but anyway, I wound up having to go over there and wait for her to come back, right? So I wound up just sitting down and having this like fabulous breakfast by myself. I had a mimosa, I had my breakfast, and I had dessert because on your birthday, you should have dessert with your breakfast. You should have dessert with your breakfast, and I did. And it was very awesomely tasty. So I had, that. And so I kind of like just kind of chill by myself. But the problem was I really did not plan on being out. Man, I looked a hot mess. So I did that. And then I came back and then I after hanging out with the kids, I went outside and worked in the yard a little bit. You know, I'm it's like it's one of those years where I'm just like, okay, happy to be alive. Happy to be alive. Thank you, Michael. Um, Real talk, I had some other dessert. Let me tell you though, I had the worst dessert ever yesterday. Cause I was like, you know what, it's my birthday weekend. I'm gonna eat desserts all weekend, right? So we didn't feel like driving. So we call ourselves Uber eating, right, from Molly's Bakery, Molly's Cupcakes, right? So I wanted Molly's cupcakes. I wanted this peach cobbler cupcake. And do y'all have Molly's cupcakes? It is sublime. It's just delicious, right? Why did they cancel my order? So pissed me off, right? I was getting that and I was getting a blueberry cheesecake cupcake. Now I was going to have that today. That was my plan. So when they did that, then we went to this place called Te Amo. And so what it said was, it was, I forget what they called it, but it had cheesecake and chocolate mousse. Okay. Now let me tell you how much I splurged. A slice of this was $13, y'all, as opposed to my $4.25 cupcake I was getting from Molly's. We should have just gotten in the car and drove down to Molly's. That's what we should have did. But we didn't feel like doing that. So anyway, $13. So y'all, I get it. Girl, I had to put this up here for you. Vivian, you trying to be my best friend. Okay, I see you trying to be my best friend. I see you trying to be my best friend. Okay. So, we get it. Why was it half frozen? Y'all, this thing was half frozen. I was so irritated. Oh, that sounds good. I was so irritated. Oh, I was irritated. Oh, I was irritated. Oh, who's this? Who's this? Who is this? Is this Alicia? Alicia, thank you, Mama. I can't hear you, Alicia. Are you here? Or did you do this by accident? I just saw you. I'm gonna remove you. If you want to come back on, let me know. Um, right. She's trying to show us her 2000 perfumes and then decided to like play with our emotions, right? Right. So no problem, no problem, no problem. One day you'll do it again. But yeah, so it was so it was so so disappointing. So that's why I had this tart this morning, which was very good, which was very delicious. You know what? You are right. D'Angelo, you are right. D'Angelo, come on through. Come on through. Right? So so I had that. So that's why I had the tart today. Now what I did get, which I should have not even got that stupid thing, was I got panna cotta. And the panna cotta was so now that was delicious. It was a little overpriced, especially for panna cotta, because panna cotta is like panna cotta does not take that much to make. So I am going to make it myself if I want it again. Because it's such a light and refreshing vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's so light and refreshing. So I think I'm gonna okay, but just the thoughts would be good. I mean, I say just the thought would be good. Michael, you could get on Michael. Too bad I can't send it to you because I send it to you. You could get on here and sing to me too, sir. Oh yeah, there's a did I do a birthday fragrance song, sir? Honey, yeah. Oh yeah, go check. Oh yeah. I know. Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Did I do a fragrance song? Oh boy. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's why I'm a little over Mark. You know what? I'll take voice memos. I wish I still had my Google voice because some of y'all I don't know y'all well enough to be giving y'all my right. How do y'all do that? I've never voice memo. Look, I need to know how to retrieve a voice memo. That'll be the next thing. But anyway, I want to thank you all for being part of my 57th year. Some of you all, of course, have been around much longer than this. So I want to thank you all. And I appreciate you all, and I'm always so happy to hang out with you all. So I want to say that to you all first. But let me tell you, I went out to breakfast this morning, and my brother, that my brother decided he wanted to make me cry first thing in the morning. He sent me the sweetest text message. Happy birthday. Just the sweetest thing. For one thing, it was like, whose brother is this? You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, who is this? And it was because my brother is not that guy who talks about the things that he said. It was such a sweet message from my brother. I'm in there by myself trying to hold my tears back. Okay, I was like, you're gonna make me cry the first thing in the morning. You look, you old ass. Look, but we all get older, we start thinking about things. But anyway, so that was that. And then as I always say, yeah, we all got it. We got each other through the pandemic. My brother is one of the coolest men he's one of the coolest motherfuckers I know. Just you know what? And I was thinking about this because I am going to do a video, and I was thinking about how my brother is as a person. Um, and it's so funny because if you saw my brother, and just met him, because of course he's a tattoo person, he's very tattooed up, he does all these things. And then if you really hung out with him and saw what type of artist he is, it's so interesting because my brother's the type of guy who you're gonna come over, and he's gonna like pull out the charcuterie and create a charcuterie, so you can sit down and talk about whatever and have wine and things like that. So it's like he has that balance, because if you saw my brother, people would automatically think, how they would look at him and have him characterized as something that he isn't, because, well, in some ways he is, because he's a tough guy, and all those type of things. But at heart, he's a true artist. And so until you talk to him, you wouldn't know just how much the artist of him, the artist that he is, because people look at him and be like, oh, he got tattoos and everything. By the way, I just want to say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it, and I hate to, and I have to say I'm part of this movement. I know there was what was it? It was some type of thing yesterday that was everybody was out marching for, and you know doing all that on February 5th or April 5th. I didn't do that. I did not do that. I did not go out there to protest a damn thing April 5th. And I gotta be honest. I'm one of these black people who say, y'all created this bullshit. Handle your business. Handle your business. Right? Handle your business, people. You know what I'm saying? So if you are upset because he did exactly what we knew he was gonna do, because see, I voted the correct way. Now that you have regrets and shit, go and handle your business. Go on out there and protest and stuff. Because I mean, honestly, handle your business. Because now you want somebody to cry and boohoo with your ass when you thought that shit, when it made sense. When you all were like running around like he was the great white hope, he was gonna change America. Oh, he's changing this motherfucker. No, he's changing it. Now, is he changing it for the good? Well, when you're talking about Florida, it's talking about when Florida, when Florida, um, have y'all seen what Florida doing with the labor laws? Have y'all seen that shit with the child labor, where they're trying to roll it back so 14-year-olds can work overnight? 14-year-old kids can now work overnights they want, and 16 and 17-year-olds can work more than 30 hours per week. And yeah, Arkansas too, and can be scheduled during the school day. So school don't mean shit. Why? Because these are people who need to make money. So We wrote they making it great again. They making it 1908 great for the motherfuckers who had money. See, what they failed to realize is the greatness was gonna be for 1908. And it wasn't for everybody back then. Okay. Okay, but okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Right? I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh boy. Not on my birthday. One time I got in trouble. Remember when I got in trouble on my birthday? When it was like a big old thing because I said something but didn't say something or some shit? Them people ain't never spoke to me again. Yeah, so anyway, however, I am working on my my garden because I think one of the things though, if you hi natural fit mama, hi Barb, thank you. Um if if you have the space and the time, I would suggest you start thinking about gardening and you know doing some stuff because it's um a guy I know, an acquaintance, a Facebook acquaintance, he runs this thing called Crop Swap LA, and he's doing big things with yeah, it's about to get ugly out here. Yeah, it is. So we're gonna have to you know what? And I agree because I'm trying to be more physically active. I think that's, and I think just sitting outside in my yard and like working on my plan and everything is really helping me because I have been feeling super anxious. And so I am trying to work on that real tough because I've never been, uh, LA is in California. LA is in California, Crop Swap LA. He runs that. He's been doing urban gardening since 2018. Um, and it's you say to back to squats. Whew, I need to do that because I need my booty to sit up. Oh my goodness. And let me tell you, let me tell you. Yeah, his name is Jemiah Hargens. But yeah, tell him Lulu told you about him. Because he does CSA, which is the he does I think he has a CSA, which is community harvest, where you pay a certain amount and then you get so much from these um yeah. I needed just to sit up. I got it ain't flat. So somebody that I know, a gentleman, came by and brought me an orchid and a little cash. Why did he do that when my son was here, y'all? I had to slide out the house to get it. Yeah, cause and then it was like, who was that? I'm like, stay out my business, boy. But DJ told us the funniest woman story. So I gotta tell y'all this and see what y'all say. He could be like, Ma, you told my story. Right? Okay. So this young lady comes over his house, right? And first off, she comes over with a crab boil. um, a crab boil. And so he was like, so he was like, he said, Ma, she came over, and I guess she spent the night. I didn't ask no questions. He a grown ass man. But he said she didn't. brush her teeth or anything. So he said in the middle of the night, she woke him up because her breath was kicking from the garlic from the crab boil. He said he had to like turn his whole body so he could sleep. Right? But this is not the bad part. And then we had a whole conversation about that because I was like, what kind of broad is this that she ain't got a hoe bag? Who doesn't have a hoe bag at that age? And you're supposed to have toothpaste. He said, mine got a big old thing, a mouthwash. She could have used some of that. I was like, let me tell you something. If you don't have anything, I said, like I kept telling him, I said, you ain't got to have a toothbrush. You got a finger and some toothpaste. She should have been trying to clean her mouth. You know what I'm saying? He was like, so now that's the first thing that happened. So then he said she wakes up before him and he thinking, okay, she wanna freshen up or something, maybe she about to leave early, right? She's in the bathroom for a little while, and then she comes and she says, "Man, I blew up your bathroom." Something like that. She says, "Man, I blew up your bathroom." He said, "What?" She said, and then laid back down in his bed. He said he was done with her. He said she did, and he said, "Ma, she did. She stank up my bathroom so bad it stunk for like an hour or two." He said, "I got spray in there. There's a vent. You could." So and imagine they've been seeing each other for like he said 3, 4 weeks. He said, "Oh, it's done." He said, "It is done." He said it stinks so bad. He stank so bad. It was terrible. He had us dying laughing. So we all agreed he has to get rid of her because it wasn't just that, but it was like the approach. And then he said it was a skid mark in the. I said, yeah, he got to get rid of her because how do you do that? How do you do this? And you like say it like it ain't no big deal. Come on, clean up, right? Candle. Listen, DJ said he had spray in the bathroom. He was like, "My, it was spray in the bathroom. Why? Why couldn't she do that?" Baby. But what's interesting are the people who's like, tariffs are great. We're gonna put these tariffs on this stuff and it's gonna make America great again. Wait till them prices go up. Because see, here's the thing about that. It's like if you think the things right, right. So right, you better buy things. Right. And that's what DJ said. He's like, she ain't go. He was like, how, that's exactly what he thought. He said, so, okay, this is annoying the way they got this going now. Whew, baby, the back of my head is a hot mess. Right. So it's like, wait until the prices go up on things that they don't want to go up. Because it's like, oh, you think, I mean, it's like, do y'all know how much stuff comes from overseas? Even though, true enough, we are not a manufacturing country anymore. But we're not so in order for us, and they're like, well, you're gonna bring more jobs back to America. However, if they do, then see, here's the thing. It wasn't so much that she did it, it was her response and not using any air freshener, which was he said was in there, and just being like it was no big deal. Cause that's what I said, honey. If I gotta go to the bathroom, I got to. Cause listen, I'm too old to be trying to hold a family. And listen, if you're at somebody's house this first thing in the morning, what else can you do, right? But it was just her response and everything. It was like she was like, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm a y'all. Let me tell y'all something that they did to me, and I am irritated. We're doing ACT testing this week, right? Because I am a sped teacher, I always wind up in the extended rooms. Um, she's out in the extended rooms. Um, and that is so I'm doing 11th grade Tuesday. So I said, okay, cool. So I'm probably not going to do 10th grade because we only do 11th and 10th grade on my side of the building, right? So I look at the schedule. So I do extended time on for the 11th graders, and I got to check and make sure it's not that. Then I looked on Thursday, honey. That's what I'm saying. I got them on deck. That's what I'm talking about. Where is mine anyway? Um, so I looked, and now I'm doing the long extended time on the 10th graders. And the way ACT sets it up is that it's up to triple time. So I could be there. So I'm like, what? So it looks like I'm going to be testing on Tuesday, and that's a 2-day test day, with the one that I have to do with the sophomore. So I got to find out how that's about to work. Because I'm like, what? First off, I got to figure out how to get into the ACT because it's online and I've never done it before because I was doing SAT. So now I got to figure out how to get into the damn test. I got to go look at this stuff for ACT. So that's it. So I could be all introspective, like, what does 58 mean to me? So I will say this. I will say this that I am in a good space. I feel blessed. I'm healthy, still healthy. My skin looks good. My children are good. My grandchildren are good. I feel blessed. I I'm about to make more money as a teacher than I have in a long time. I feel blessed. So it's a good year, and it's supposed to be a better year. So, I am, and I'm working on some things, but I'm not the type of person that announces things I'm working on until I'm working on until I'm kind of through with them. Because I'm not that person who needs to do the whole journey and let's talk about it. And I'm gonna talk about it. And then if I don't, and if I have any issues, then we gotta go through it. Nope, I just like to do shit and get it done. By the way, I saw something. Navitus is about to have an exclusive fragrance at Neiman Marcus. When did Navitus start doing that kind of stuff? I am going to post pictures this summer. I was thinking about that too because like I'm like busy. I'm trying to get shit done. And I know people be like filming it and filming their whole thing and everything they're doing and we've got to like it ain't real unless you filmed it all. Yeah, okay. I'm just puttering around trying to get some shit done. And if it's at Neiman Marcus, I gotta see the pricing. Cause if it's at Neiman, that shit probably high as hell. And ain't gonna be no discount. Oh, the red and black bugs. Yes. As a matter of fact, I still have that video, child. Them things that was having a orgy in my, yeah, I remember them. Which one? There's a new one, the Angelique Rouge. Are you talking about that one? Because that's the one I want. Yes, I did try the pistachio. I have tried it. I'm not going to say anything about it until I finally do this dang on green tea video. So I have done, yes, I have. Yes, I have worn it. Yes, I have some thoughts about it, but you're not going to know yet. Where's my pink cone? What discounter? Shut up. If it didn't hit a discount, I'm about to get it. Who you see it on? Whew. Yeah, I will be washing this hair tomorrow. You know what? You should hire movers. Baby, this last time when I moved, we hired movers and it was the best thing I ever did. It was the best thing I ever did because with age, honey, moving should be done with movers. Because you know, when you were young, you get your friends. You ask your friends to help out and all that. Mm-mm. Oh, you must have been real busy. You must have been real busy, Mark. We'll see how this hair look in the morning. Your stuff is like, okay. Ooh, it looks like hello. Hmm. My goodness, you must have been out there just killing it. Okay, so I tried that one. Y'all, we're gonna have to do a travel spray collection. Would you all like a travel spray collection live or on video? I need to get something else to put it in too. It was a tough November, huh? Can I tell y'all? I tried Juice 54, that one the Sebastian the perfume guy did with was it Juice Box 54, right? This stuff stank. It's heavy on the patchouli and something else because they have gotten out of control up here. See, here's the thing. Then you try to do the right thing and buy things like this, like travel sprays, and then they get out of control. So it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Can I say something? Do y'all know who Daniel Renee is? Do y'all know? I'm about to say something real wrong, but do y'all know who Daniel Renee is? He does perfume reviews, and I guess he was some type of actor, entertainer. I don't know. I'm gonna show you who I mean. Let me turn my phone on. Let me turn my phone on. I'm gonna show you who I mean. And then I'm gonna show you something, and I'm gonna show you why. Now, before I get started on that, things that are no, y'all. Why is Wayne Goss? Why is Wayne Goss doing fragrance reviews? For the people who don't know, who are just fragrance related, Wayne Goss is a serious makeup artist. He has his own makeup. He has a brush line. He's got, he's a beauty person, been in it for millions and millions. He's got millions and millions of followers on YouTube. He's got millions of followers on YouTube. He's very well known in the beauty industry. And now all of a sudden, he is posting up fragrance reviews. I'm like, could y'all stop that? It's so, and now, like yes, overly Botox guy. Yes, 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 overly Botox guy. So, and now it's like, come on, y'all. And then, right, he was okay. So he was in Menudo, which says nothing because y'all know how Menudo works, right? Y'all do know how Menudo works. That's why Menudo is still around. Um, okay, but I'm gonna show y'all him. But I'm gonna show y'all him. Uh, and then I have something to say. Um, Court, let me go there. Let me go there. That's where I'm going with this. What the heck is this? I really hate these stupid ass things people be saying. Um, because y'all know how they work, right? But this do what I needed to do. Damn screen is locked up. The fuck? I don't know my screen. This old phone of mine is dying a slow death, a quick death. Okay, now it's letting me move around. Oh my goodness. This thing is moving so slow. Let me see if I can find him now. This damn thing be listening to you. Because I swear to God, it just came up with his name. Okay, so now let me show y'all him for the people who don't know. Now I'm going to show you, right?
Shop account. I was a little sick and tired of too many people selling fakes here on this app, so I decided to open up my own. The first product I'm going to talk to you guys about is the obvious choice. My first.
Okay, now this is him, right?
Is my
now
first
this is him,
foremost, most important.
Right?
She is coffee, brown sugar, citrus.
Now let me tell you.
We've got vanilla, brown sugar.
Just shut up. Did it go away? Okay, now y'all see him, right? Why is Red Lessons doing these videos with him, and he's picking out romantic perfumes like for women or great perfumes for women? I'm about to be un-PC and I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. Now, let me say this first off. He has 8 million followers on TikTok. Red Lessons has quite a big following now on here because he's been doing Steven, he's been doing all these women focused stuff. And so I get, hey, we here, the women are on, right? But as a woman, I'm here to tell you, I'm not looking for a gay man to tell me what's a romantic perfume for me. Now, he can tell me fashion all day, but I'm not going to. But I'm not gonna be. I don't. His recommendations or his thoughts on what? Huh? I was like, why? And this is like not the first one. He's done like another one with this guy, and I'm like, I, I mean, I may take many recommendations from, but one I'm not gonna look for you to tell me is what's gonna smell good. What's a romantic fragrance? Or what's a romantic fragrance for me to wear? Because you don't look at me for romance. So how are you going to say this is something that somebody would want to smell on me romantically when I'm not somebody that you would be attracted to romantically? That made no sense to me. Now, I'll be honest, if he had said this will smell good on a man, I would love to smell it, I would have been like, okay, cool. Um, does he? I don't listen to him say this either. I would never. Okay, Sebastian, I don't listen to him either. See, I'm sorry, I don't listen to Tom Ford either. Tom Ford, no. But here's the thing. With Tom Ford, we know he's just talking. We know he has perfumers behind him who's doing this, and this is their jobs, right? He's narrating something. This is here, I'm going to give you these fragrances. Are they, pick out the ones that are romantic? What? For me, I'm just confused because, like, I could say okay, let me say this. I can say what I think is sexy to me on me, but that doesn't mean it's sexy to a man. Until a man tells me, yeah, that's sexy, then I don't know, right? This is just my thought process on it. If another woman tells me it's sexy because she likes the way it smells on me, oh, that's gonna be sexy to a man. She really don't know either. And I'm just being honest. I can't say what another man would find sexy on. I can't say. I can say to me, um, what smells sexy on a man to me. Like if I smell this on a man, yes, this would be sexy to me. Because I'm gonna say it like that. But I wouldn't say I can say this is sexy because it makes me feel that way. So it's one thing for me to say, yes, this makes me feel sexy, right? Right? But I'm not going to listen to somebody who would not be the person that I'm trying to attract with this. Does that make sense? And I know, you know what, listen, we live in a world of cancel culture and everything, and we can't say what we honestly think about things, but that didn't make no damn sense to me. It didn't. It didn't. Now, him just talking about fragrances and how they smell and what he thinks about them makes total sense to me. He could even say, this might smell, but for romantic, no, no. I'm not going to look to him for thinking advice on a romantic perfume. Now, the other thing is, as predicted, and we knew this was going to happen. Oh, Michael, you're going to have to give me the dirt on this. You're going to have to give me the dirt on that one because I don't know I don't watch him enough. But now here's the other thing. The Gourmand girlies Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not feeling gourmands right now, but I do enjoy gourmands at times, right? Certain types of gourmands, and I'll always say that. I don't like, but the gourmand girlies who've never really been florals are killing me trying to find florals right now. And buying into trying to find florals because florals are the trend. I really just wish people would just enjoy what the fuck they like. I get that we're trying to, people are on here. I just really wish that some people would just enjoy what they like, as opposed to trying to chase what's popular or what's trending. And now they're rushing out to buy florals, jasmine freak, and all this. And some of them are like, but I was expecting to smell this when it's pretty much a floral. But they're looking for if it has some fruity notes or something like that. That's what they really want to smell. So when they are stuck with the floral, they're like, oh my God. And of course, and of course, then they have to discuss how, they waited to see what everyone was thinking about it before they made a decision. I swear to God, that is so weird to me. And I know other creators, if you watch me, y'all gonna really hate me for saying this, but the shit is weird to me. If, as somebody who creates content about fragrances, if I have to wait for another person, and let's just be honest, we are all same. Let me say this. Let me say this. I'm going to say this. Say it. Not one person that's on any app, other than a few, have actually worked in the fragrance industry. We are not professionals. We are not trained on it. We are all level. No matter how many people watch, real talk, we are all level. Ain't nobody's recommendation more important than anybody else's based on what? Popularity? Give me the give me a fucking break. So, and I'm not saying anything against anybody's reason how they do their things, nothing about that. What I'm just talking about is pure knowledge. We are all pretty much same thing, right? Some of us have been doing it longer, so some people have gained a little more knowledge based on that if they choose to. But the reality is that this is all subjective based on personal likes and dislikes. Thank you so much, Uniquely Beautiful. So sitting around waiting for other creators who are more popular, and that's all it's about, is their popularity, to wait and hear what they have to say before you, as someone who wants to talk about a fragrance, can make a decision on getting it, boggles my motherfucking mind. I just feel like it says that I think more of their opinion than my fucking own opinion. And I don't. And you shouldn't, because your opinion is just as fucking valid. And that's what should count. Not what other people think, what other people say, how they talk about it, right? But I'm saying their opinion is no better than yours. So if the decision to buy perfumes is based on what other people say, then why are we creating content? Because then it becomes kind of regurgitative to me. Because you're looking now, sometimes it isn't, but it inherently gives you a bias, good or bad. And a lot of times it becomes disappointing because if people have been hyping it up, now you really want to know about it, you think it's going to be fabulous, and then you don't, because you've hyped it up, just been hyped in your mind, and you expected something, right? So it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. And it's not against anybody, but I just really wish that people would just trust themselves and just try stuff without, it can be hyped up. Like I've heard about Blanche Bet. I haven't wanted it. I really don't listen to what anybody says, because if I eventually, I just know a lot of people like it. Now I don't know what it's supposed to really smell like. I heard some milky whatever. I don't really know what it's supposed to smell like because I really don't listen to it. Right? Um, because if I ever do stumble upon it, I would just like it to be my opinion. Right. So I just don't and I know people hate for me to say that, and I know some of the shit that comes out of my mouth, I get it. Yeah, it's offensive, right? It's offensive, right? You could get some samples just and then try it out. Because you ain't gotta buy the whole bottle, you just buy a sample. But I know I can be offensive because I say things the way I do, you know. I say things the way I do, and it can be, people don't want to hear that. Um, So I just wish so many people would just go ahead and just buy stuff and just say what they think about it. I just really do. Because then I would be like, yes, okay. Now of course, um, but and I will never get against somebody who's getting PR or anything like that. Get what you can without paying for all this money. Do what you do, right? I'm a firm believer in do what you do to get, make it work. But don't tell me, but when the saying is, well, I waited to hear, what other people were saying, and no, I don't give a damn what you got to say. You should never give a damn about what somebody says about something like this. Y'all could care because y'all listen to us because you do want an opinion. But I shouldn't want your opinion. I just don't want anybody's opinion. Not if I'm gonna talk about it. Oh my goodness, my hair is falling out my head. I need to wash my head. But I decided I didn't feel like doing it today. I didn't feel it. What size is it though? Is that the 5 ml for it, or what? Because I still haven't seen it's on retail sites yet. The full bottles. Okay. Oh, I just sprayed this Amazonian rose. This is loud. This Carolina Herrera Amazonian rose that Face sent me, baby. This stuff is loud. It's loud. All right, y'all. It is 9:03. I'm about to get off of here. I'm gonna go on and wash my face. Well, I was gonna give myself a facial. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm a little sleepy, but I am gonna try to take a shower and do my usual stuff. I'm just not gonna do a whole lot. I'm just not gonna do a whole lot. All right, because I was gonna do a whole facial. I need to. It's my birthday. I should give myself a facial. See, this is what happens when your son comes over right when you're about to do some stuff. I'm so sleepy though. I am really tired. And I gotta get up at 5 a.m. as always. It'll be a long day at work. It's gonna be a long day, and I'm really thirsty. I need some water. All right, y'all. Good night. Good night. I'm thirsty. Let me get some water.